Hey, what's up, Ignite Nation? In this video, I'm gonna be hitting on 3 subtle ways that you can increase your sales game fast. So if you wanna be in that top 1%, these are the best practices that you have to be willing to stick to, right? These aren't just tips, they're the blueprint for consistent, repeatable success in sales. The reality is, far too many salespeople out there spend too much time bouncing around between different sales styles. They hear somebody say that they need to be bold and they need to be assumptive. And then they hear another person say that they need to be calm and they need to be neutral. And then someone else says you gotta be overly animated. And then what ends up happening? It just becomes a dumpster fire. It becomes a disaster. If you're constantly changing your methodology, you're walking in circles and never progressing. So find what fits you, whatever style that may be, and then master it. Number 2, make tiny changes to your script, not big ones, right? Here's where a lot of salespeople blow it. They overhaul their entire script when things aren't going well. All this does is leads to you getting confused. You become overwhelmed and you ultimately have no idea where your true weak spots are. Instead, you need to be thinking like, a race car team, right? A NASCAR team. If something happens on the side of the track, they don't tear apart the entire car. They tweak one thing and they test. And it's the same for you. Tweak the first couple lines of your sales process and see if you get less people to hang up. And then if that works, then you move on to the next piece. Incremental changes is what we're talking about. Master the small stuff. Because if you do, I promise, the big stuff, it's gonna fall into place. And this is how you consistently improve one step at a time. Because sales is about progressive gains, not huge leaps. Number 3, is you wanna record and watch yourself. I understand that this is uncomfortable, but it's a game changer. There are going to be times where you go through a role play and you think that you did terrible. Like you blew it, you sounded terrible, and you didn't do anything right. But you actually did a pretty good job, or maybe even did a great job. And then there'll be other times when you think that, wow, I crushed it, I nailed it, and you did terrible. That's where recording comes in. Record yourself, and then watch. How did you use your tonality? How did you use your body language and your voice inflection? Again, I get it. Recording, listening to yourself, it's tough, but ultimately it's the fastest way to improve because it's like watching game film as a professional athlete. So the goal here is to make sure that your tone and your body language and inflection matches your intent. Before we wrap up, I actually want to give you a bonus tip, and that's that emotional intelligence. That's what truly separates the pros from the amateurs. See, it's not just about the script. It's about understanding people. You need to be able to read cues and adjust in the moment so that you can connect with your prospects. Sales, see, this isn't a one and done game. You have to take a Kaizen mindset, which is about continuous improvement, day by day, and tiny gains compounding over time. And that's ultimately what gets you to the top. That's what gets you into that ultra high performer in 1% status. If you got value from this video, please take a minute, drop us a comment and let us know what you liked most, and then make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss more content like this. And don't forget, share this video with somebody else who can benefit and who needs to hear this message so they can level up their sales game.